What's good, people? It is Tony The Savant back again. And before we get started, ladies and gentlemen, please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, as well as hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content and going live on the channel. A little bit of help goes a long way, and I can never say thank you all enough for the love and support. If y'all do those little acts, I would greatly appreciate it. And let's get right to work, as I am very inspired, very motivated. I'm in a positive mood, man. Tom Brady. I just watched the Tom Brady Hall of Fame speech, and it's not. I don't think he's been inducted into the actual Hall of Fame, NFL Hall of Fame. He was inducted into the New England Patriots Hall of Fame, rightfully so. The greatest player in their franchise history, arguably the greatest football player to ever come through the NFL. As you can see in the thumbnail, I had to acknowledge that to me, Tom Brady is the GOAT. I was a little bit more on the fence as I am a huge Jerry Rice fan. Jerry Rice, as I was coming up, back in those 90s, it was Jerry Rice and Michael Jordan for me. Those were the two marquee athletes I looked up to. So for so long, I guess you could say I was a bit of a Tom Brady hater. I wouldn't acknowledge that he is actually, if you consider everything, the resume, the hard work, he is actually the GOAT as far as the NFL goes. But his speech just highlighted more of that, as I believe what makes Tom Brady the GOAT is his hard work ethic. The fact of the matter that this guy was not highly touted at all. He was nobody's favorite quarterback coming out of college. I believe he went to Michigan. He comes into the NFL, just the typical, as people like to call, system quarterback, if respectfully. I would acknowledge those first few Super Bowl rings were more attributed to perhaps Belichick and the New England Patriots defense. It's just, the other guys, Teddy Bruschi is another one of my favorite Patriots, was a big factor in those first few Super Bowl runs. But Tom Brady has won four or five more Super Bowls since then. And there's no way you can say that he's not somewhat, if not solely, responsible for those Super Bowls. Tom Brady has put up prolific performances over his career. He's done, he's done more with less talent, you can say. I don't think anybody would put Tom Brady in the same breath with a Dan Marino or Aaron Rodgers or even Patrick Mahomes as far as his natural talent at the quarterback position. With Tom Brady, how he was able to attain his status and success was by working hard. And I love this speech because he highlighted that. He highlighted the fact of the matter that when he was coming up, he used to have to work harder. He wasn't the naturally talented guys. In fact, he acknowledged that there was multiple more naturally talented guys that he played with or played against or, was just in the same training camps with, that he felt somewhat not intimidated by, but motivated by. Motivated because, he didn't have that natural talent. He knew the only way that he would be able to be in the same breath with these guys is if he worked harder with them. Work harder than them. Kind of goes back to the old cliche, hard work beats talent when talent ain't working hard. Tom Brady is the living embodiment of that. And like I say, watching his New England Patriots Hall of Fame speech just motivated me, man. Put that in my mind because that's a bit of what my athletic career consisted of. I was never the biggest guy. I was probably the fastest guy, but I was always one of the smaller guys, a little bit more lean in the frame. So, playing football, basketball, baseball, boxing, all of the sports, and even a little bit of soccer. My sophomore year in high school, I just had to work hard. So I could definitely relate to the Tom Brady story. And like I say, man, I loved his speech because he put to rest a lot of narratives that surrounded him, especially when it came to Bill Belichick. He definitely acknowledged Bill Belichick said that he would not play for any other coach, and he would rather not play for any other coach than Bill Belichick. I think that's the highest praise a superstar athlete like Tom Brady can give to a coach. A guy that is essentially, a savant, a genius in his field, still noticing that I need my coach, I need coaching, I need to be coachable. and him being able to concede that to the Bill Belichick, I think that speaks volumes to Tom Brady. Um, he said he spoke on some other things. He acknowledged Robert Kraft. He acknowledged, his family. I'm not sure. I can't remember if he said anything about Giselle, but definitely spoke on his kids. I think that was another beautiful highlight. Just seeing the family man version of Tom Brady. He's always saying his dad's praises, which I just love that the most about Tom Brady. In fact, I remember in one pregame Super Bowl interview, a kid, asked him like, Tom Brady, who is your hero? And he took a minute, he paused, and he said his dad. And I'm getting a little choked up right now. Forgive me. That's just what I aspire to be. Not so much Tom Brady, but Tom Brady's dad. To have somebody as great as Tom Brady. I'm pretty sure I had multiple mentors and people help him and guide him over his career, but still being able to acknowledge his dad's contributions, not just acknowledge them, but being able to recognize his dad's role in his life was the soul or one of the biggest reasons he was able to be successful. I just aspire to be like Tom Brady's dad. I want my son to talk about me, and like that when he gets to his point of success in his life. But again, just really was inspired by this speech, man, and I'm really speaking highly of it because I think this is going to be one of those motivational speeches that I listen to on every morning. I might run that speech back. I listen to a lot of motivational speakers. Eric Thomas is probably my first string in that department. But yeah, man, I love Tom Brady. I love post NFL career Tom Brady as well. I love what he's doing. He seems a little bit more relaxed. He's being a little bit more himself during his career. We all know Tom Brady was very strict on his diet, very strict in his regimen, and that was another key, very big key to his success in his NFL career. The fact that he not only was a hard worker, but he was disciplined. He was disciplined enough to stick to his routines and stick to what was successful for him. Um, but I'm loving Tom Brady now. I know that they announced that I think he will be on the NFL Network or CBS, one of those two. But during the NFL season, he will be, calling games, be an analyst, which I love that as well. I'm gonna be tuned in. I think Tom is gonna easily skyrocket to probably one of my favorite analysts. Y'all will be getting a lot of Tom Brady. Once he gives his perspective on the game, you will be getting a lot of, my reactions to that. Because the guy with 7 Super Bowl rings, a resume as decorated as his, you got to acknowledge, I'm going to concede to him. Tom Brady says Trevor Lawrence is good. Trevor Lawrence is good. I don't think so myself, but that's the kind of conceding I would do for a guy in Tom Brady's position. All in all, though, I just wanted to highlight this speech and give Mr. Brady his credit, his flowers. Definitely want to speak on the GO situation because during his speech is when I acknowledged that Tom Brady is the GOAT. I watched his whole 23-year career. I believe he played for 20. Yeah, I can't recall. I know he spent a lot of time in New England. I'm not positively sure how long his total career was. I think it was 23 years. But anyway, I watched Tom Brady's entire career, in my lifetime, and didn't really feel like he was the GOAT then, but just hearing him, speak on the grueling behind the scenes stuff that, made him great. I believe that's what makes him great. And still love me some Jerry Rice. That's still my dog. But just got to give it to Tom, man. Tom did it at a high level a lot longer and was able to do it on 2 teams. He didn't just, his success wasn't all attributed to the New England Patriots system. You know, um, Tom Brady is a him. He a dog for real, and I love that guy. I also love Bill Belichick, and I know I kind of acknowledged it a little bit. Forgot to mention that Tom made a very impactful statement. He said the media has always tried to. He didn't say this, but I'm saying this as far as my reaction to it. But always felt like the media has tried to, segregate Tom Brady and Bill Belichick a bit. Always trying to find out who is more responsible for those rings. Tom Brady said something that is gonna stick with me forever. He was like, "Yo, it wasn't me. It wasn't Tom Brady. It wasn't Bill Belichick. It was us. And that's the thing I love about sports. That in sports, it comes down to the us. It comes down to what are you willing to do? What are you willing to sacrifice for the betterment of the team? A lot of guys come onto teams, and I've been a part of them myself. A lot of guys come onto teams individually, supremely athletic, super fast, super strong, or whatever. But in the team concept, you may not, your strengths may not come into play. For the overall success. If you, as far as basketball go, I used to be a very good scorer. I used to think of myself anyway as a good scorer. When I played high school ball, I was more of a defensive guy, and that's something that my coaches installed in me. That was more my role on the team. I was the guy that was sticking the better guards because I was fast and quick on my feet. So, in the fact of the matter is that whatever you think is your strengths, once you get into the team concept, you may find that you have different strengths. And like I say, Tom Brady is just one of those people, one of those guys for me in the sports world that embodies all of that. I'm super proud of this guy. I'm super happy for him. Can't wait to his actual Hall of Fame induction because I think that's going to be a movie as well. But like I say, I implore everyone out there, especially if you're in the sports world, man, go give Tom Brady's speech a holler. Even if you don't think he's the best, like I say, going into that speech, I was just like, I got to do my due diligence as a sports journalist. I got to check this out. But damn brought me, the man brought me to tears. The man made me realize that, it ain't always about talent. It's about getting up when your muscles are still hurting. It's about getting up at 6 a.m. and eating food that you don't really want to eat while all your friends are, drunk on pizza. So it's about that part of you that a lot of people can't measure. A lot of people can't measure your will and your want. So shout out to Tom Brady, man. Again, congratulations to him being inducted in the New England Hall of Fame. Definitely, I know New England Patriot Nation, they loved it. You can hear it in the roars in the crowd. They love anytime Tom Brady comes back home. It's going to be, an event for them. And like I say, y'all just swing over there and check that speech out. Before you do that, though, please like this video, share this video, comment on this video, tell me what you think about it. Those are my thoughts. You don't mind dropping y'all's in the comment section, as well as hitting the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content and going live on the channel. Again, man, I just thank everybody that's showing me love and support. Real quick, I just want to shout out Couch Coach, the big homie Chris, my big bro Mal. We just did a couple lives. Have been super busy this last week, uh, but they slid. Mal, you just come by the channel. I was over there on Couch Coach this past week. Also, shout out to Cool McCain, the #1 Eagles fan. Um, Big Bro came by the channel last night as well. Shout out to him. Make sure y'all go swing by Eagles Elite and check out his podcast. Drop the subs and all that good stuff over there as well. And thank y'all, man. Again, thank you. It is Tony the Savant. Peace.